Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are here in Season 5, Episode 4 of Realm NFT. So I wanted to give you a quick update. This is probably a day and a half earlier than what I would normally do. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I won't be doing any recording probably tomorrow or the next day. So I wanted to get this recorded, but it will be dropping on Thursday. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates Thanksgiving. Thankful for you all joining us and watch my videos. And I appreciate the community that we've all built together. So I wanted to say thank you first of all. Now let's go ahead and jump into the updates. We are at the point of grinding. This past Sunday, first thing in the morning, I was able to go ahead and open up Europe. Again, I'm ahead of schedule with that one. So it's pretty neat to see that I'm able to push through those. I have been stuck for kind of the last couple of days because once you get to level 20, the levels get so much longer in between them. I think from 19 to 20 is like 350,000, somewhere in that range. But from 20 to 21, it's 1.1 million, and then it just stacks up from there. And not something that doesn't help you either is the North America, the one that I run most of my missions on. The reputation per mission had dropped like drastically. So it's a huge learning curve as soon as you get to level 20. So for those of you that are not there, be prepared. But the rewards are also better once you get past level 20, because now you go ahead and you're able to get a coin here once I get level 21. And then level 23, I get another helper. So the rewards are huge. It just takes a little bit longer to get there. So I'm essentially at the point where I'm going to be grinding for quite a bit of time. As far as my ranking so far, that has improved significantly because I'm to the point where I have enough helpers stocked up. I have a good flow of resources. I'm lacking. I would love to have one more higher level leader so I could run 4 missions at a time. Right now I'm only running 3 missions at a time, so that's my handicap right now. Once I am able to get another one of those, I'll be able to go ahead and really run, but that probably won't be till next season. So as far as my ranking goes, again, I'm in the Gold League, and I've moved up to level 70 or rank 79. So I've gone up significantly. I think episode 2 I was 130, around that range. Episode 3 I was right on the 100 barrier. Now I'm 79, and I'm slowly creeping up. Every time I successfully get a mission, I get to creep up just a little bit further. So I'm moving up. We're moving up here. So I'm going to keep trying chugging for level or rank 50. So still trying to get in that top range. Again, for those of you that aren't following along, 50 and above gives you a 5-star leader. So that's what I would love to grab, one of those. Obviously, I won't get in the top 10 or the top 3. That's kind of a pipe dream for right now. But I'm seeing the different things that I need in order to get there in future leagues, in future seasons is what I should say. So at the end of the season, we'll give a whole recap of things that I could have done differently and that I plan to try in future. With my current strategy, it's very upfront work. So there's a lot of work going on and very slow progress with the rankings. But when I get to around level 17, 18, my progression as far as the ranking speeds up quite a bit. So it's neat to see that I'm finally at that point where I'm slowly creeping up the rankings, and I'm hoping to get in that top 50. All right, my strategy for this episode, or my tip for this episode, is to leverage your leaders. I'm lucky because I actually have 5-star leaders, so it sets me up really well, and they're all different leaders. So that's the nice thing about it. And I know a lot of people aren't as fortunate for that. But even if you have 1, 2, 3-star leaders, make sure you utilize their bonus depending on what you're focused on in that point in time. Don't be afraid to swap them out. Don't be afraid to move them around. There's oftentimes, especially when I only had 3 continents around, I was adjusting on an hourly basis. I was moving leaders around. If I was focused on running missions, I had generals in there, and I had the professional in there to speed up my training. If I was focused on the buildings and leveling them up, I had probably my researcher in there, but I had my truckers in there because that was really pushing the resources through. So don't be afraid to adjust your leaders. As far as I got the question probably about 3 times this past week, what leader should I get? This is all personal preference depending on what you're focused on. But my personal preference as far as leaders go, my top 3 leaders, number 1 is Trucker. Absolutely think Truckers are OP in the game, and I love it. So don't nerf them, please. But Truckers is the number 1 thing, and unfortunately the price on the secondary market shows that Truckers are number 1. When I last checked a 5-star Trucker, I think it was 660 some wax compared to everything else, which was 400 range. Because it is, I believe, the best. So I'm glad I was able to get one of these when they were a lot cheaper. My second one would probably be the General. The General I really like as far as the mission requirements because it reduces the number of helpers that you need to run a mission, which saves you, and so you don't have to produce as many helpers between the cycles and between the missions. So that helps out a lot, especially earlier levels when you don't have the capacity to go ahead and run those bigger missions. If you throw a General in there, it may give you that wiggle room that you need. And third would be the Professional, because that speeds up your overall training. Right now, I'm at an issue where I have enough resources, I have enough capacity there. I mentioned my leaders. I'd love to have another leader that I could run missions with, especially the higher tier missions. But speed of training is becoming a little bit of a struggle right now. I'm doing the research to try and level that up, to speed that whole process up, adding the Professionals in there to help with that also. But the Professional is number 3. It could be swapped with number 2 depending on what your focus is in your strategies. So those are my top 3: the Trucker, the General, and the Professional. If you're looking for leaders that are going to help you out long term. All right, what am I going to do for the next week? Because we're not going to do an update probably until the end of next week. Let's see how much time we actually have left. Yeah, we'll do one more update before the season ends, and then we'll do a recap at the end of the season. So what's my strategy over the next 7 to 14 days? It's to grind. That's as simple as it is. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing spectacular. The first 15 to 17 levels are probably the most entertaining because you're building and you're doing this. I'm to the point where most of my cities are as leveled as high as I can level them for now, unless I put a lot of effort into storage, which I'm not going to at this point in the game. So I'm just at the grinding point, and it's that simple. Once you get to the stage and this part where you have 1 or 2 weeks left in the season, you just grind to improve your rankings. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. What are you focused on? What are you doing? What's your strategy? What are you struggling with? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all the comments that you guys do leave. You guys leave me tips. You guys leave me questions. I love it. So let's talk. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And I hope you're all watching the World Cup. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.